Okay, and of course, today is going to be another critical day in terms of earnings. There's, of course, Unilever, there's BPCL. We are anticipating a margin stress to continue and royalty hike and inflation. All those things are going to be watch points when it comes to Unilever. BPCL, yeah, they're going to see that, over 2x kind of profit growth for a sequential on a sequential basis. But I think what's going to be critical is HDFC Bank, the kind of positioning that you've seen on the stock. Sure enough, there's been that profit taking as well. It's fallen, I think, 10% from the peak, but that's part of the market weakness. But the fact that there's been such polarization, Nikunj, in terms of the private banking earnings, there was Axis on one hand and then there was Kotak on the other. We're expecting NIMs, credit costs, may actually moderate for HDFC Bank. One is wondering because, that kind of a steep reaction in HDFC Bank is going to have a huge bearing on the index.
Yeah, that kind of a steep reaction I think has already happened same time last year when HDFC Bank had to fall because assumptions were reset, and when they came out and said that, look, we'll have to slow down our growth. Well, you have a sense from HDFC Bank which way the credit would move because the quarterly numbers have already been shared. The quarterly update is being shared. What really, the CASA number, the quarterly update number, and those were not very impressive. So the stock which was trending and was looking like it would go towards 2,000 rupees, it has failed to go there. Now, what could be the surprise and what could be the disappointment? I don't think we could be in for a big bank surprise like we got from Kotak, but if there is an acknowledgement that they are going back on the growth path, which is that they will expand their book and the high old credit debt, high old loans what they have, that seems to be getting normalized, then that will excite the market. If they clearly talk about a timeline of listing of their subsidiary HBL, that also will excite the market. But in terms of a negative surprise, I think a lot of bad news is already known, because what could be the negative surprise from a bank? Credit slows down, CASA gets into trouble, growth is not there, and they're struggling in order to mobilize new liabilities. And on that account, I think HDFC Bank has already got, they've been communicating from last 1 year, and that surprise move in HDFC Bank on the downside based on these 4 factors, I think is something which has already happened. If you get a little bit of positive surprise, this is one stock where you may actually see interest coming back, as if markets get a sense that finally HDFC Bank is coming on the track, then that may just excite market men. So I would bet on positive surprise rather than negative surprise. HUL, what can come out? We all know the rural economy. It is not a cyclical business where HUL will come out and say, okay, we are going against the nature of the economy. There's such a large company, when the sector per se is suffering, I think you may not see a big surprise there. But what I expect to hear from HUL, Aisha, again, this is what we've heard, completely unconfirmed, is that what are they likely to do to take care of their premium portfolio? HUL sooner than later is going to make an announcement that they are moving up the premiumization curve. If you get an announcement on that, that may excite the market. If you don't get a sense on that, then it would be just one of those, dull numbers where everybody tracks it, nobody talks about it, and then it just becomes a neutral event for the market.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, lots on our plate this morning, but Nirmala